Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to review Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It took me a long time to watch this movie, mostly because of the historical events that actually happened, but I decided to watch it. I will let you guys know, though the movie is based on some true events, it is completely fictional. It features a star-studded cast led by Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. Set in 1969 Los Angeles, the film follows an aging actor and his stunt double trying to navigate through the changing film industry. DiCaprio plays Rick Dalton, a mix of all the 1950s television actors. Dalton is dealing with his falling popularity and taking on smaller character roles that he does not enjoy. Brad Pitt plays Dalton's best friend and stunt double Cliff Booth. He also lives in a small trailer with his pit bull, Brandy. There's also allegations that he killed his wife. This is a completely different character than what Brad Pitt usually plays, and it's refreshing to see. Booth is basically Dalton's driver slash stunt double slash handyman. Booth struggles to find work in Hollywood because of his allegations, and he doesn't really get along with anyone except for his dog and Dalton. At this time, Sharon Tate and her husband Roman Polanski move next door to Dalton, and Dalton dreams about eventually meeting them and revive his declining acting career. There's one scene where Sharon Tate goes out shopping and she ends up going to a movie theater to watch herself in the film The Wrecking Crew. This is an interesting scene. As popular as she was, nobody seems to recognize her, and she goes into the movie theater and watches this movie like a normal person. And that seems to be the overall theme. It really humanizes everybody, showing filmmaking as a job like any other job. It has its highs and lows. At the end of the day, you're just a normal person. And speaking of humanizing, there's a scene between Bruce Lee and Cliff Booth. Bruce Lee is a very prolific, smart, energetic individual. He promoted himself like crazy and in the process built a myth around himself. Booth steps in when Bruce Lee claims he can beat Ali. Now, I love Bruce Lee, but he ain't beating Ali. In the confrontation between Booth and Lee, Booth comes out on top. This has been a sensitive subject for all Bruce Lee fans. I mean, I love Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is an amazing human being. He's extremely talented, he's extremely fast, he's extremely strong, he's extremely prolific, and he built a movie career and a legacy out of it. But he ain't beating Ali. And if you really think about it, what Quentin Tarantino actually did, he wanted to show Cliff Booth as this awesome, badass character. And what better way to show that than to take on someone like Bruce Lee? It's also interesting to note that Quentin Tarantino kind of shows Booth as the social outcast, but he gives him a really strong morale. And Dalton also gets the same humanizing treatment. He's really struggling with his fading popularity. There's a scene where Dalton is frustrated about messing up his lines. He goes back into his trailer and breaks down. He's really hard on himself and he really punishes himself. You gotta wonder, maybe DiCaprio felt the same way. I mean, he was a child actor and he grew up giving us amazing performance after amazing performance after amazing performance, and it took the Academy a long time to recognize him. It must have taken a toll. Booth picks up a female hitchhiker named Pussycat and takes her to the Spahn Ranch. This is our introduction to the Manson family. Booth suspects that they're taking advantage of the ranch's owner, George Spahn, and Booth insists on checking up on him. Pretty ballsy move. He ends up beating up one of the guys for slashing his tires. Man, that scene was intense. And ultimately, the movie ends up with the Manson family clashing against Booth and Dalton. It's extremely entertaining and it's extremely funny. Again, people are upset that the hippie lifestyle was criticized or made fun of, and honestly, Quentin Tarantino is really making fun of the Manson family. Unfortunately, the Manson family were deep into the hippie lifestyle, but if you watch it for what it is, a funny, entertaining movie, then that's all it is. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Stay positive, stay safe.